What's going on, guys? I'm Jeff, the Yoshi Fanatic, and welcome to part 3 of Yoshi's Crafted World 5 years later. Oh boy, we've got a lot to do, and not a lot of time to do it. Just kidding, we've got all the time we need. But we still have a lot of game left. So, welcome everybody. Welcome to Solar Flare and Brainpick. Brainpick went to go get dinner, but hello Brainpick. Welcome to the stream, guys. How was your week, says Solar Flare? My week was pretty good. Status quo. Can't really complain. Hiya, Aurora. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, didn't do a whole lot out of the norm this week. Well, we did go get a bed frame. We didn't have a headboard before. We just had like one of those cheapo bed frames that we got from Walmart a while back. And Sky has long wanted a headboard, so we picked up a new bed frame. I installed that. Looks pretty nice. Has LED lighting. Just DIY LED lighting strips, so nothing fancy. But still, it's an improvement. I guess other than that, status quo. How was your guys' week? Alright, so last time we went back and got all of the souvenirs in the worlds that we've played up to this point, and we got, we 100% completed Origami Gardens as well, both the levels and all the souvenirs and all that. So, That's good. It didn't feel like we'd made a whole lot of progress, but all that stuff needed to be done. So, I think from henceforth, what we're gonna do, instead of doing souvenirs at the end of the live stream and then bleeding into the next stream, I think what we're gonna do is, we're gonna tackle each world a world at a time. And, beat the levels normally, find all the Poochie Pups, find all the souvenirs, and then move on to the next world. I think that's what we're gonna do this time. Solar Flare says, I got LED lights for my room this week. Lol. I discovered I have Riz, as the youth say. I thought you knew that you had Riz. Blues Cat, hello! Welcome to the stream! Jeff, you've hit uncle status? Thanks. What made me hit uncle status? Aurora says, got a new job. I make 40 an hour. Jeepers, that's pretty good. Nice. What's your new job entail, if I may ask? Alright, well, before we get started, let's choose a new color Yoshi. So, we have played as purple, orange, and blue so far. Right definition, but say unk. Okay, well, why have I hit unk status? Guys, what color Yoshi should I play as? We've already done purple, orange, and dark blue. Or just standard blue, I guess. You're older than youth. Well, I know that. I know I'm older than the youth by quite a fair margin. Red, says Solar Flare. Are we in agreement with red? How are we feeling about red? Oh, I forgot to tell the red Yoshi story. Please do tell. I work with AI development, says Aurora. Ooh, that's exciting. Nice. Well, it looks like we don't have any, a disagreement with the color red, so let's be red Yoshi this time around. I may switch it up in the later part of the stream. But, for now, we're just gonna rock with red Yoshi. So, here's the thing. I have gotten to the point where I can take one of the two branching paths. I can head towards the desert, or I can head towards the woolly world area. And I want to take this live stream as a test to see what worlds I can actually skip, if I can skip any of them. What it seems to me is that you are not able to skip any of the worlds or levels. And I want to take the stream as an opportunity to see if that's really the case. So let's see. On to the Dino Desert! I was 6 or 7, and well, I'll read that in a second. Let's get this guy awakened first. Thanks, that really puts a spring in my step. Yep. Welcome to Dino Desert. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the warm welcome. He didn't really give me anything else, so... Alright. Solar Flare says, I was 6 or 7, and I had a green and red Yoshi plushie. I brought them to a party, and it started thunderstorming. As we left, I realized red Yoshi wasn't in my hands, and I must have dropped it. We looked around and my dad found it in a stream of water, about to go into the sewer, but he saved it. My pop saved red Yoshi. Why can't women realize if they make the first move 95% of times they'll win, says Solar Flare. That's quite the non sequitur. But that is a great story about red Yoshi. I am very glad that you were able to keep the red Yoshi. I'm glad that your dad was able to save the day. That's awesome. Hooray for Mr. Solar Flare's dad. Alright, so this level... You don't do a lot of the normal stuff that you do as Yoshi. You can't eat enemies to make eggs, and therefore you cannot throw eggs in this level. It pretty much all revolves around... Well, I mean, I guess that's not entirely true. For the most part, though, you are playing as a Triceratops-looking Yoshi fella. That's pretty much it. I don't know if it was a non sequitur or whatever. It's a live stream chat. Non sequitur just basically means that you made some comment or like changed the subject without any sort of like stimulus, I guess. As in like, you know, no one was talking about that. But that's fine. I don't mind. I think that's pretty much what the definition of a non sequitur is. Someone, feel free to correct me if I am mistaken. Wow, I am winning so hard right now. Got it. Got it. I finished Breaking Bad, says Solar Flare. Very nice. And how was it? Was this your first time finishing, is this your first time finishing Breaking Bad? Alright. So I think that even after I put on the Triceratops mask thingy... Okay, I cannot throw eggs with this on my head. Even as Triceratops Yoshi, I think that guy can still hurt. Pretty sure that that's the case. Yes, it was the first time that you finished it. Nice. Greatest thing I've ever seen. It's a solar flare. I ordered new headphones with LED cat ears on them, says Blue's Cat. Sweet. It's always fun to buy something new. And being Blue's Cat, I suppose that makes a lot of sense thematically. That's awesome. I haven't bought new headphones in like 4 or 5 years, I don't think. When did I buy these headphones? I don't remember. I feel like it was 4 years ago, now that I'm thinking of it. I haven't really bought a lot of new stuff for my setup in quite some time. Uh-oh. Pretty sure they can hurt as me. And I'd rather that they didn't hurt as me. Oh no! Get me up there! Okay, good. I still got the red coins, I did it. I thought I was gonna die on Tuesday, says Solar Flare. This sounds like it could be an interesting story. Please, enlighten us. Provide us with the details on your near-death experience. Excuse me. I'm trying to think of a birthday gift for my brother, but he's hard to shop for, says Aurora. I feel like... once you get to a certain age, I feel like everybody's difficult to shop for. Part of it is like, you know, when they do get to a certain age, they're able to buy things for themselves, and it's like, well, what do you want me to buy you? But then it's also like, we kind of zero in on our interests. I don't know. At least that's how I feel, like, there's not a lot of unique stuff that I'm, uh-oh. There's not a lot of unique stuff that I'm really, you know, gearing to get, I guess. Like, anytime my mom asks for, like, Christmas present suggestions, I'm like, new spatulas would be nice, like, that sort of thing. Sorry to burst your bubble, but I had, like, a stomachache that made me silently kind of die inside, and I think I had too much Advil or something, and I couldn't really move for, like, 10 minutes. Not super interesting. I see. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry you did not feel good. So, where did I miss it? I'm missing a flower somewhere. And also... 4 red coins. Hi, Jeff. Hi, everyone, says LP. Hi, LP. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to part 3 of Yoshi's Crafted World 5 years later. How are you? I'm just gonna have to come back and find whatever I missed, which is fine. I'll just do the, that part, when I'm looking for the souvenirs. YouTube keeps crashing on my end. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. I will say I am trying out the ultra low latency setting on my side. Oh, it's not that. He never wants anything, and anything you get him will just sit on the shelf indefinitely, says Aurora. Ah, I see. That does make one difficult to shop for, doesn't it? I really ought to go back and do the... No, you know what? We're gonna do the Find the Poochie Pups on the souvenir things as well. We're gonna multitask this stream. Maybe it'll go a little faster. You know, another thing that makes me difficult to shop for is there's not a lot of low-cost items that I'm really that interested in getting at this point. Like my family's in a... or my parents are in a difficult financial position right now. I feel like that could kind of apply to everybody. Ah! Like, you know, no one's particularly well off right now. Well, I'll say most of us aren't. Anyway, the point is... when I ask my parents to get me something for Christmas or my birthday or something, I usually try to keep it on the lower end of costs. We try to set like a $25 limit, and there's not a lot of things that I want for $25 or less, frankly speaking. Like I said, like when my mom was trying to get, when my mom was trying to get me to give her some Christmas present ideas, my go-to was spatulas, cast iron skillet, basic things for the kitchen that I didn't have. So, yeah, there's that. But like, the things that I would really like a nice whetstone set for sharpening my chef's knife. Which that doesn't have to be super expensive. Another thing is, oh my goodness! Another thing is video games, but those tend to be pretty pricey, so if I really want video game related stuff, I'll usually ask for like a $20 gift card on the eShop or something. Yeah, that makes it difficult to shop for me as well. Blip, blip. Alright, I'll get to some comments here in a second, guys. Come on now. Heck yeah. Give me that flower. I've earned it. I don't know what the point of that cloud was. It was just some coins. There's a Yoshi. You know that's gonna be a souvenir quest a little later. Boo-boo-boo. He's angry. He's hungry. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Well, I'm gonna have to restart. It's fine, it's fine, this is fine. At least I got all the flowers. Well, that stunk. It's fine, though. I'll just have to redo it. I'll just have to redo it on the side quest, on the souvenir quests. Blues Cat says, YouTube sometimes doesn't load up the chat immediately on PC, and on mobile, whenever I tap the chat, it doesn't work. That's unfortunate. Okay, it keeps freezing. I'm probably not going to stay then. Sorry, says LP. And sorry, LP. Maybe I'll change it back to the, what was it? Low latency? Yeah, I'll change it back to the low latency setting next time. It looks like I haven't dropped any frames or anything though, so I don't know if it's on my end. Hey Yoshi! How'd you like Dino Desert? So much to see, huh? I've been hoping for a local souvenir. I'd love a beach umbrella, please. It's on the flip side. Okay. Jeff, can we get a live shopping stream to end the series Crafted World style? I mean, it's not a terrible idea. Like an IRL grocery shopping trip. That could be kind of silly. Aurora says, well, I did get him a Switch OLED last year. Nice. He uses it every now and then, and brings it in the car even when there's really no time to play it. Well, there you go. There you go. That was a good present idea. I got my sister a Switch Lite, or Switch OLED. Well, I split the cost with my family. Like, we got her a Switch OLED, a Pokemon game, Super Smash Bros, a case for it, a carrying case. We got her a decent amount of goodies in that goodie bag. Okay, I see. It ended up being like $500 and something, but definitely worth it. Bros on board. Yeah, I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed entirely. I'm open to the idea. Don't count on me putting anything forward for that for the foreseeable future, though. There we go. I was just gonna say, like, I haven't seen any Poochie pups lately. Or, yet. Lately, wow. Alright, I have to be on the lookout for the, Come on. I have to be on the lookout for the Shy Guys on a blanket as well. I don't think I want that. I can't throw eggs when I have that thing on my head. So I would not like that, please, thank you. Should I really be multitasking here? It seems like I'm just not finding it. Read my English comment. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm at least endeavoring to multitask. I don't know if it'll actually work very well. There we go. Yeah, I didn't see it. I missed it somehow. I'll come back next time. Bye! I don't think it's the latency, so you probably don't need to change anything. I can hear your voice, but the stream just stays in a sort of freeze frame. Sorry to hear that, LP. That does make it a bit of a drag. Okay. Let's read Solar Flare's English comment. We found my English teacher's address. Okay. Me and my siblings don't get each other anything. Or instead, anything to we haven't a lot. What? Or instead of two. What? Me and my siblings don't get each other anything. Two, we haven't a lot. My older bro did take me to Taco Bell for lunch on my birthday, though. Or we haven't a lot. Okay, I got it. Okay, got it. Got it. Also, your, yeah, when in doubt, pro tip, buy gift cards. That makes a lot of sense. Welcome back, Brainpick. Yeah, no, gift cards are a generally safe bet. Though, at that point, like, I don't know if you guys have seen the Scott the Woz video on gift cards. But he's pretty cynical about them. I think, anyway, that's kind of the vibe that I was getting from him. Hang on. Saw one on the flip side right near the desert pond. Okay. Right near the desert pond. I should have just read that hint before. Hey! Welcome to the stream, Yoshi the Best. How are you doing? Welcome to Yoshi's Crafted World. Revisited after 5 years. Part 3. Yeah, part 3. That's the one. You know the ones. Did I miss it? That feels like it's the desert pond right there. Welcome to the stream. By the way, I'm doing quite fine like always, says Blue Scat. I'm happy to hear that, man. Have you been streaming anything interesting lately? I feel like I've seen some of your, Bomberman streams recently. Doing alright, not modding my Wii. Don't tell Nintendo. Okay, I will certainly not tell them. There it is. I'll certainly not tell them that you are not modding your Wii. How am I doing? I'm doing alright. Can't really complain. Pretty much a status quo week. Went okay. Can't really complain much at all. I found a beach umbrella. Hooray! I had steak this week. That made me happy. Oh, cool. I'm doing a Bomberman stream next Tuesday. This week I was gonna stream, but I decided to take a break. Not a bad idea, Blues Cat. Not a bad idea. I'd love some camels, please. Alright, the flip side of the Skelosaurus Rex. Okay, by the way, I know I haven't 100% completed either of these two levels yet. And like I said before, what I'm planning to do is just go back and finish completing them when I'm doing the souvenirs. I think that that's probably my best option here, rather than just straight up replaying the level. And I'm also gonna do the Poochie Pup missions, or the flip sides. I'm gonna do the Poochie Pup missions also on my trek to get the souvenirs. I'm looking for camels. Sorry, I'm leaving early lately, but I'm gonna get some rest for my tournament tomorrow. Good luck on your tournament tomorrow, Solar Flare. I wish you the best of luck. You'll have to let us know how that goes. Have a good night, Solar Flare. Come at me, Mr. Skelosaurus Rex. Would Yoshi ever be in a Luigi's mansion? Says Yoshi Daffy Duck. I certainly wouldn't be opposed. Though, what would his role be in Luigi's Mansion? Would he be the damsel in distress like Mario was in the last, or in most of them? In most of them? I've only played 1 and 3, and I can't, like, I feel like Mario and Peach were both, like, I feel like Mario, Peach, and a Toad or something were kidnapped in, Luigi's Mansion 3. So would Yoshi be in that whole damsel in distress category, or would he take a more active role? Would he perhaps replace or add to Poltergust Pup, or whatever his name is, Polter Pup? I don't know. What do you think, Yoshi Daffy Duck? And welcome to the stream if I didn't say that already. Yep. Yoshi can talk and becomes a comedic relief, says Aurora. Oh boy. Yikes. A comic relief role for Yoshi. I could see that going either fairly well or really badly. I don't feel like it would, I don't feel like it would be in between those two. I feel like it'd be one or the other. Where's the camel? Show me the camel! Where's the camel? Where is he? I see him. I must get him. Okay. I feel like this one was pretty simple to get the souvenir on. And also get the Poochie Pups. Okay, now he's enraged. He cannot be stopped. He cannot be stopped. Well. That was eventful. Luigi could be riding Yoshi for some platforming in Luigi's Mansion, says Yoshi Daffy Duck. I don't hate that idea. Have like a Yoshi's Island sort of area. I don't know. The Yoshi Suite of the hotel or something. I don't know. I wouldn't hate to see, in fact, I think I would enjoy seeing Yoshi in a Luigi's Mansion game. I just don't really know what sort of role he would fit. Okay, I found some camels. Hooray. Got another request. I think Luigi's Mansion could use more platforming in general, but that's just me, says Aurora. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of interesting that, you know, it's a Mario offshoot kind of game with little to no platforming. I don't hate that. I like that it has its own sort of feel. But, you know, being Mario adjacent, it's like the only Mario adjacent series that doesn't have pretty much any platforming. Hi, Jeff, I'm here. Welcome, Plush. Welcome to the stream. When playing Smash Ultimate with my bro, I found out that I'm apparently really good with Samus, despite never using her. Actually, I think it was more of a circumstance that I won. You mean a coincidence? Well, either way, that's pretty cool. Did I? Okay. Either way, that's awesome. I'm glad that you have found your new calling to play as Samus. You can probably guess who my main is. I think it's pretty obvious. I don't play a ton of Smash Bros these days, but JJ has recently gotten into Smash Bros. He's enjoying watching me play it from time to time. And he'll always dictate like who I'm gonna be playing as or that sort of thing. Like he'll always choose my character for me. And that's fine. It's usually either you know, it's either Yoshi, because he knows I like Yoshi, or Sonic, or maybe Bowser, Donkey Kong, Mario, Dr. Mario. Pretty much the Mario casting crew. Your main is Yoshi! Yes! Yes! Indeed, that is the case. Oh, there's a thing back there. Never noticed that. Uh-oh. Well, it doesn't matter if I fail this or not. I've already done this. Diddy was my main in 3DS, and Wario in Ultimate. This is Yoshi Daffy Duck. Nice. I've never been a big fan of... Oh, hello. I've never been a big fan of Diddy Kong. And I remember in the 3DS Super Smash Bros, Diddy Kong was like overpowered at first. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, so the next... Oh, it might be under here. Yep, yep. Well, that's a little annoying. Owies. He was always annoying to play against because they made him really good when the game first came out. And I think that they, like, nerfed him with a flat damage nerf. Just to make it more fair to fight against him. Because he was too strong. I'm pretty good with Ness in the original Super Smash Bros. 64. This is plush. Nice. I haven't played a lot of 64. I enjoy it, but it's absolutely my least favorite. Alright, we're just gonna charge through here, because now I've gotten everything. Excuse me. Aurora says, maybe Yoshi could take some inspiration from Wario and delve into a series of non-platforming games that replace the main series. I don't know if I like that idea. I really like the main Yoshi games. They have their problems, but I love them. 64 has the best Fox model in my opinion, says Yoshi Daffy Duck. And Plush says, I'm pretty good with Little Mac, Daisy, and Sora in Ultimate. And apparently Samus as well, lol. I've also dabbled a bit with Piranha Plant. I haven't played a ton of Smash Bros. In quite a while. Other than, like, JJ wanting to watch me play every once in a while. Obviously, I main Yoshi, but I'm also fairly good with Link. Wario I'm alright with. I like Ridley a lot. Who else? I felt like I was decent with Pit. Oh. Who else? King K. Rool's a lot of fun. Piranha Plant's a lot of fun. 64 is worse than the absolute travesty that is 3DS and Wii U? I mean, those games are neat, but Ultimate and Brawl are just better. Lol, says Plush. I really liked 3DS and Wii U. Yeah, no, I have no problem with 3DS and Wii U. What am I looking for? A happy pyramid. I saw it in Skelosaurus Ruins, but you'll only see its beaming face on the flip side. Okie doke. Yeah, no, I definitely like 3DS and Wii U better than 64. Smash Bros. Hello's Jeff, says Heloy. Hello, Heloy. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? You'll be happy to hear that I ate some steak this week. It was fantastic. I had it with fondant potatoes. Yeah, fondant potatoes and zucchini spears. It's yummies. Wait, what, Jeff? You don't want a series of Tetris Attack games starring Yoshi? I mean, Tetris Attack was great. Maybe one more game, but I don't think we need a whole series. No, I like Tetris Attack. I like Smash 64 because, nostalgia, and it's just really charming. Spend a lot of time playing classic mode in the bonus games, not really the main mode, lol. Bro, board the platforms? Why that has never come back, like, ever? This is Plush. I don't know. Seems like a pretty fine mode. On unfortunate news station, however, I hate this. I has the sickies. Oh, I'm sorry. What kind of sickies does you have? I'm sorry to hear that you have the sickies. Sickies are never fun. I don't know what the point of throwing that was. Yep. Well, that was all very productive. Cold, says Plush. Well, could be worse. My school caught on fire again. Jeepers, Eloy. And there was a man covered in blood at a park nearby, so they locked us down. Jeez, what kind of neighborhood do you live in? Don't tell us what neighborhood, obviously. But, man, that sucks. Like, it always seems like a very eventful time with you. And we have been on tornado watch for 2 weeks. Adding to the list, I see. Adding to the list. The most eventful thing we had at our work this week was a mini cornhole tournament. In which I did not partake. I did not feel like putting in the dollar. What's going on, Chris? Welcome to the stream. Where is the smiling pyramid? How are you, Chris? Ah, there he is. I see him. Can I throw an egg at him? Look at him back there. Look at his smiling face. Exit the course. What a good time to be alive, am I right? At that point, it's up to God if he wants to destroy the school or not, says Heloy. Yup. Yup. My goodness. Sounds like a good time, Heloy. Some cactus rocks, huh? Some cactus rocks. Let's find them. While sporting a skull, you'll see them. Yes, water! Yes, I needed it. I decided to have some of my own accord. I did. Let me see, what else happened this week, says Heloy. Jeepers. What else? Tornado watch, school caught on fire, man covered with blood in the park. What else could we possibly be missing? Excuse me. Have you watched Nintendo World Championship trailer, says Chris. I did watch that trailer. Looks like a fun enough game. I really liked the trailer, honestly. Like how they brought the champions or the participants in the last few Nintendo World Championships or whatever. Huh? We keep the toothpicks in the spice cabinet. I think they're on the top shelf. But yeah, I liked that trailer, honestly. I don't think I'll be picking up the game. It just isn't really that interesting to me. Plus, some YouTubers have made this point. It seems like it's a worse deal than the NES Classic, or the whatever it's called, the NES games with all the remix challenges. I think it's NES Remix. That sounds right. So NES Remix. I have the collection on 3DS, I believe. Yeah, it seems like it's basically that same idea, just less stuff. Though it does seem like it's at least tied to the Nintendo World Championships. And that's pretty nifty, I guess. But yeah, I'm not super interested, to be honest. But I really do like that they brought back all the champions and participants. That was neat. Especially the guy from the 1990 championship. That was awesome. What do you guys think of the NES World Championship game thing? And are you interested in picking it up? I'm just thinking about the shopping skit, says Plush. I don't blame you. That's what I'm doing right now. 2 Mondays ago, flood alert, tornado watch begins. Oh yeah, here's the thing. That's crazy, Heloy. More stuff to add to the list. It is a game, says Plush. It does seem that it is, yes. Yes, indeed. Anyway, I has an OC, says Plush. His name is Looker. He's part of the Mother Resolve, alternate universe. And he wears a hoodie, beanie, headphones, sunglasses, mask, and it's all dark gray, black, and he's a ginger. Interesting. What kind of personality is he? I'd love some Yoshi statues, please. I think 3 should do the trick. There were 3? I only saw 1! Here. It looks playable. I may or may not buy it, says Plush. I think I'd be willing to pick it up if it goes on sale at some point. 2 Tuesdays ago, school catches on fire. More flooding. 2 Thursdays ago, more flooding. Tornado watch continues. Eloy, your neck of the woods sounds like it is just continuously in peril. Those definitely aren't the Yoshi statues. Looker's personality is for you to find out! Ask him anything! Okay, Looker. How much time do you spend outdoors on a daily basis? Nice to make your acquaintance, Looker. Pew! Oh, I have to hit him in the face for it to count. I has to hit him in the face! Hey, dude. He was all over that. What the heck? Nope. Give me those hearts. I actually need them. It's the bone dragon from Yoshi's Story, but a dino, says Blue's Cat. Hey! Hey, that's actually an interesting perspective on it. I didn't think about that. The bone dragon from Yoshi's Story. I just love how much the, the theme, like, escalates in that game. It's just like, you know, nice, cute, grassy plains. Right into the lava levels with the undead bone dragons and monsters of just complete and utter atrocity. And like the bone dragons was level 1 on page 2. It's not even like that was a later level or a tougher level theme. Okay, the average person gets what, 8 hours of sleep? It says, look, give me a minute. I'm on a very tight, needing to focus level. Okay, I've got full health. Good. Wait! Wait! Don't you even think about moving! Why did I tell the statue to not even think about moving? Oh, you know what? I had a reason for it. He gets knocked away here. Okay. Okie doke. Okay. Alright. That was the part that I needed to 100% complete. Bye-bye! Pew. Looker says, okay. The average person gets, what, 8 hours of sleep? Didn't expect to have to do math. Okay. Subtract 8 from 24. 16 hours per day about. It says plush. Oh, it says looker. Jeepers, that is a fantastic amount of outside time. What is your favorite activity to do outside? I'm back and I'm actually, I'm gonna just recap what happened in the last month, says Heloy. Oh boy. What if, says Yoshi, a creepy Wario ghost was a boss in Luigi's Yes, he's fresh out of requests for me! And I 100% completed Dino Desert. In decent time, I might add. What if a creepy Wario ghost was a boss in Luigi's Mansion game and you have to dodge his shoulder bashes and bites? That's an interesting idea. I will not... Wait. Yeah, I can afford all the costumes in one go. Let's do it. Heloy says, fights, flood, orchestra concert, lockdown, 4 fires, a bloody man, tornado warning, lightning causes power outage, actual power outage caused by who knows what. Jeez, Heloy. Guys, look at all these fantastic, fantastic costumes. Hot sauce. I put that splat on everything. Green push cart. Camel. Brick. Oh, these are great. Bulldozer. I don't know if you guys are unfamiliar, but I am very much not a fan of these costumes. Very much not a fan. Jeff, you should wear blue coffee creamer. Only for jokes at the end of the stream. I'm not wearing them for any actual levels. No way, no sir. I don't want to bring on that much shame to my name. To sky-high heights! Side kick! That's a sky-high reference. I think the multiplayer is interesting. For the money, they ought to just give you the full games. Also, the title makes me think maybe there will be future iterations that are SNES, Game Boy, maybe N64? Says Aurora. That's an interesting couple of ideas. Although I doubt that they will, well... I doubt that they'll make it branch into a series. I think it's mostly just to, capitalize on... you know, people's warm and fuzzy feelings from the Nintendo World Championships. There's never been a SNES World Championship. NES Remix never got a SNES sequel. Or any of that. So, I very much doubt that. And if you don't defeat the Wario boss in time, he farts and you die. Interesting idea. Very interesting idea. Altitude adjustment. I might need to take a quick bathroom break. I don't usually do that, but this time I feel like it's needed. So I'll be back. Enjoy the lovely break time music. Sorry. When you go, or when you gotta go, you gotta go. But I'm back. Okay. Well, let me catch up on some comments here. Let's see. Looker says, when I was young, I used to play. I'm not young anymore. I go outside because I'm looking for answers to the questions of why everything is, well, going to the crapper. Says Plush. Says Looker. When I was young, simply wanting to enjoy youth and life, I went outside, but I found things, and now I'm looking for how to stop those things. I see. The music when Jeff has to put babies to bed or send his wife to the emergency room. Yeah, that's what that was. Whoever the ones who always stay inside, please touch grass for once, says Chris. Indeed. Get some vitamin D. It's so similar to NES Remix, they really could have made it one package, I feel like, says Aurora. Yeah, I feel like you're right. I just noticed that if the multiverse exists, there is actually a universe where there's someone called Fedge and has a YouTube channel called the Yoshi Hater, and now you gotta go play more Yoshi's Crafted. Okay, I'm back, yes. I gotta go play more Yoshi's Crafted World. Let's do it. We have another transformation / vehicle level. No, yeah, that... I almost wonder if, like, NES Remix just didn't sell enough units to have Nintendo consider making a series out of it. I don't know, like you said, it's so similar that, like, why all of a sudden did they want to do this? I don't mind it, I'm just curious as to why they did it. Why put out an NES, an NES World Championship Edition thing? Again, I don't mind. Just wondering why is all. Oh boy, I have a feeling I'm gonna have to play this again. Meow. Yes, Hilo, your comments are showing up faster. I decided to give the ultra low latency setting a try. I was never exactly a big proponent of the idea because back in the day, ultra low latency would mean that you had to like DVR was not a thing in ultra low latency. Meaning that if you wanted to go back and watch something earlier in the stream, or like a common use case was Ethan wanting to go back and record the quotes that I would have, the silly things that Jeff says during streams, like that, he would not have been able to do that in the ultra low latency setting. But that's since changed. There's still a few things that are not supported by ultra low latency, like 1440p and 4K streaming. But I am not doing either of those things. I don't have any video game devices that can do anything higher than, uh-oh. Anything higher than 1080p, so... yeah, there's not really much of a reason for me to stream at 1080p or at 1440 or 4K. So, really, there's not any downsides for me doing ultra low latency other than maybe some loss of stability at this point. 1080p! Says Plush. Yeah, indeed. Hello, balloons. I will pop you. Well, that was much more effective than I thought it would be. Give me those. Give me them. Haha! Hooray! I didn't get all the red coins though, so I'm gonna have to play the level again, which is fine. I'll probably have to get the souvenirs anyway. Don't let a giant monkey grab the plant at the plane. Yeah, no, that's usually a good plan. Hello, Christian. Welcome to the stream. Oh, I knew it felt different, says Heloy. Yeah, I'll have to play the level again. I'm gonna need to catch up on some comments. Aurora says, maybe I'm in the minority, but the remix part of NES Remix was my favorite part. Not the bite-sized challenges with the unmodified gameplay. The remix part of NES Remix. Remind me what that was. It's been quite a while since I played it. What's your opinion on Ultimate NES Remix on the 3DS, Aurora? Asks Chris. Also, hello, Robert. Welcome to the stream. Poochie's Magma Run. How are you doing? I heard it's as good as the Wii U version, says Chris. The 3DS version was the one that I played, and I'd say, yeah, it was perfectly fine. Anyway, you have more questions for the guy who looks for things? Looker? Looker, what is your favorite thing to do outside? If I didn't already ask you that. If I have already asked you that. If you hang out outside all the time, where do you eat your meals? What's the difference between 1080p and 4K? Says Chris. The difference between 1080p and 4K is that 4K has 4 times the number of pixels, so it looks a lot clearer, I guess. Like with 1080p, if you're standing or sitting close enough to the screen, you may see some pixelization, especially on a 4K display. Well, maybe not especially on 4K has a lot more pixels, 4 times the number of pixels. So you get a cleaner looking image. I eat them in restaurants or eat them when traveling, says the Looker. Interesting. Thought you said you spent 16 out of 16 of your waking hours outdoors. Do you go to outdoor restaurants? I know what the next Jeff compilation will be. Top 20, 10 or 20 Jeff deaths, says Heloy. Okay, go for it. I welcome it. Alright, so I'm not exactly sure how they implemented it, but there were ROM hack sorts of implementation, like play as Link in Donkey Kong, or playing as Peach in Mario 3 as a couple of examples, says Aurora. That does sound more interesting. I think I kind of remember that. You're making me want to go back and play NES Ultimate Remix, or NES, yeah, Ultimate Remix. Remix 1 and 2, whatever it was called. The one that's on the 3DS that has both the NES remixes 1 and 2. I now want to go back and play that again. Welcome to the stream, Rito Chang. Hey, Jeff, the Amazing Digital Circus has a new episode, Candy Carrier Chaos. I don't know what that is. Is it good? Oh, and my nightmares aren't helping anything, says Looker. Actually, I think I only get like 6 hours of sleep. Late to bed, early to rise. It isn't healthy. But the one who looks can never sleep. I see. Yo, happy 1,000 subscribers, says Christian. Thank you. Appreciate it. I very much appreciate it. It's a milestone I didn't think I'd ever pass. But I'm happy that I have. Jeff don't know the Amazing Digital Circus series, says Chris. I don't. I'm very much unfamiliar with this. I apologize for my ignorance on the matter. There you go. It's an indie animation and it's quite decent, says Chris. That would explain why I don't know of it. I don't really watch a lot of anything. Much less indie stuff. I'll play indie games for sure. I'm not against indie. I just don't really watch much of anything. Alright, let me catch up on some comments. 1080p is already fine to me, says Chris. Don't need to go with 4K for now. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. like, I feel like so many of the games that we play already, well, I don't know. I feel like so many are poorly optimized for whatever resolution they're set to. And like, the newer consoles, the PCs, like 1080p, child's play for the most part. But, I don't know. I guess until I really see 4K in action, which I don't feel like I have yet, I guess for me it's not going to be much of a selling point. I'm here for the games, man. Like, my favorite game of all time is a game that runs at a fraction, a meager fraction of 1080p. And it's still my favorite game of all time. It really is not about the resolution for me, it never has been. And I don't think that it ever will be. Still, I am totally down to see what 4K looks like. And, you know, we can kind of hope that the next Nintendo console will support 4K, and I'll actually be able to see what that looks like in motion. I remember when everybody made such a big deal about the fact that Nintendo made their first HD console in the Wii U. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to play the level again. Big shock there. That's fine, this is fine. I'm near the end of the level, I must be. What's this? Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Nope, nope, come back here, Poochie. What about 5K? What about 5K? I don't know. I feel like 5K is a weird resolution. Yes, I just barely made it. Give me that flower, please. Wow! Jeff, you almost killed him, says Heloy. Did you go 4K or 1080p or even 7... Oh, sorry. How about when you watch a movie? Did you go 4K or 1080p or even 720? I will say whenever I am watching a movie... I missed a red coin. Whenever I'm watching a movie, I prefer it to be on Blu-ray. And, like, I have a 4K TV, so if I'm watching it on Netflix, like, it'll probably be 4K by default. Also missed an opportunity to bundle Mario 35 into Championship. Yeah, that is quite the missed opportunity, isn't it? That would have been... That's a great idea, honestly. Hey, Jeff, I have 87% overall completion in Crosscode as of right now. That's crazy. Good job. Jeff, comments! I know, I'm sorry. There's a decent number of them. One of my favorite games of all time is a 2001 game. Why the lava in the game looks edible, says Plush. It probably is. Remember, this is a crafty world. Things are made out of crafts. The lava is probably some sort of gelatin. Have you ever pirated a movie from a perfectly legal site? I watched One Punch Man and Teen Titans and Young Justice on websites. Yeah, does that count? Also missed the... Oh, I read that already. Jeff, I can't wait till 1.5K. Tell us your name. Sorry, Heloy, you really do have to wait until 1,500 subscribers for me to tell you that my name is Jeff. How would react if Nintendo re-releases Yoshi's Woolly World and added Mario as a hard mode character, or maybe baby mode? Well, we certainly don't need baby mode, Yoshi Daffy Duck, in Yoshi's Woolly World. If Nintendo were to re-release Yoshi's Woolly World on the Switch with the graphical fidelity of the Wii U version, or even slightly better, with the added content in the 3DS version, I mean, I would absolutely buy it. and it would be the version that I would recommend. But unfortunately, such a version does not exist at this current moment in time. So my opinions from the Yoshi's Woolly World Wii U versus 3DS video still very much apply. Talk about sneaky. Wow, I don't like these Shy Guys holding stuff. It's not exactly new, but man, I hate it. Give me those 20 coins. Websites, says Plush. Shy Guys blowing the ping pong balls up. Yeah, that's a nice little attention to detail. I like that. If you're not downloading it, is it really piracy, says Aurora. Good question. I mean, I'm still taking potential money away from the creators of the shows by not watching them on the websites the websites or the services that they actually benefit and profit from. But it's not like I'm stealing it. I don't know. I don't really know. I mean, there's some shows that just aren't really on services, or even if they are, like, they're services that I, you know, would prefer not to support. Not that I wouldn't be willing to support them, it's just I don't want to have a bunch of different subscriptions. Like, I'm not subscribing to Paramount Plus so I can watch Ninja Turtles for the 47th time. Or whatever my goodness. Come on, Jeff. Really? There we go. I don't know why I struggled so much there. Hello, Super Mario Hero. Welcome to the stream. Welcome indeed. There we go. Oh, I didn't need that at all. Not even slightly. Jeff, what's your favorite Yoshi in Yoshi's Woolly World? Mine is probably Yoshi, for the fact that he is one of the two only Yoshis to not be made of yarn, says Plush. I want to say Yoshi as well. I will admit though that, after having gotten used to the whole Yoshi made of yarn look, plus the fact that the non-yarn Yoshis still, like, unravel and everything. It's a little unsettling to watch a non-yarn Yoshi, like, unravel into, like, a spool. My favorite regular non-custom Yoshis, non-amiibo Yoshis from Yoshi's Woolly World. I think I really like the Yoshi that looks like he's covered in paint. I just think it's a fun look. I think my favorite is probably Glacier Yoshi, just because I really like those colors. Like the dark blue with the turquoise. I really like those colors, so that's a winning formula for me. And NES Yoshi. I really liked NES Yoshi. And SNES Yoshi. There's a lot of good ones. Jeff, did you see the Nintendo sorry, hang on. Give me 1 second. Jeff, did you see that Nintendo announced a June Direct and announcements on a Switch successors? I sure did, Robert. I sure did see that. And that's awesome. Like, I'm glad we finally got some official word. It's not like I doubted that the Switch 2 was a thing, or whatever the next console is. But it's nice to have some confirmation that we'll be getting some announcement at some point this fiscal year. And also the fact that they announced the next Direct. We know that there will be a Nintendo Direct in June. And that's good because, like, there's not a whole lot going on this year right now for Nintendo. So, yeah, I'll be curious to see what they have for the rest of the year. And I'm very much looking forward to the Direct. And I do think that it was a smart move for them to reveal the Direct ahead of time so that, and to kind of tell us, like, hey, look, don't expect anything about the Switch successor to be at the next Nintendo Direct. It's all going to be about the Switch games. So I think that was a smart move. Playing it safe for sure, but I think that was a good idea. Because I'm sure that this next Direct won't have a lot to offer anyway. Uh-oh. I'm sure that the next Direct won't have a ton for us to really get excited about because, you know, it's the year, or it's the, yeah, this is the year before the next Nintendo console comes out, probably. There's just not a ton to be excited for at this point in time, I think. Like, not a lot of announcements that they'll put out. I could be wrong. I'm very much partial to getting my expectations low so that I don't get disappointed. Oh, you sneaky dude. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's good that they made sure that everybody wasn't getting too hyped up about seeing details on the next Nintendo console, and then getting disappointed when all we see is, like, I don't know, some not super in-demand remakes or ports or something. I think it's a good thing that they told us that the next Direct will not have Switch successor info in it. But will it have Metroid Prime 4? It's a good question, Aurora. It's one of those things that I've learned to not expect, and hopefully one of these days I will be pleasantly surprised. Me copying the coin heart block 51110 51110. I see. I like the Platinum Yoshi's plush. Yes, I do too. Platinum Yoshi is pleasant. Most of the movies from illegal sites don't go up to 1080p though, says Chris. Oh, well, I guess I'm not that picky then. Okay. Imagine Advanced Wars Reboot Camp gets a DLC. I doubt it, lol, says Plush. What do you expect, what do you expect that a potential DLC for Advanced Wars Reboot Camp would be like? Blarg Rock. I did see one of those. How would Mario be a hard mode in Yoshi's Woolly World? Maybe he would ride Yoshi and there's no flutter jump and one-hit kill, says Yoshi Daffy Duck. I don't know. Honestly, the Yoshi games don't really jive super well with the with like the other Mario characters. Like, they're very much formed around Yoshi's moveset. So yeah, like being able to throw eggs, that's a big one that I don't think Mario would be able to do. Like, maybe he I don't know, like, I don't even know what Mario would play like if he was included in a Yoshi game. You know, maybe I should just, for good measure, go back and hit those question marks. I thought Reboot Camp was somewhat considered a disappointment, says Aurora. Oh? How so? I mean, I don't really know anything about the Advanced Wars games as it is. And I definitely didn't follow the Reboot Camp very much. Advanced Wars Reboot Camp DLC would be adding in content from Dual Strike, but we all know that that would never happen. Not only did Advanced Wars Reboot Camp fail sales-wise, but everyone hates Dual Strike, says Plush. I see. Then that does not sound like quite the winning formula, does it? Jeff, what's your name recommendation for the Switch 2? This is Chris. See, I'm terrible at naming stuff, so I would not be able to come up with a very good name. I'll tell you this, though. Switch Attach? Not exactly a great name. Yeah, there was like this survey a while ago on YouTube, like, I forget what the question was, but like, it was something about all three of the main consoles the next gen consoles slash current gen consoles. And like I forget what the question was, but the options in the poll were PlayStation 5, Xbox Series consoles, and Nintendo Switch Attach. And we're like, what? Where did Nintendo Switch Attach come from? So that's, yeah, I think that's what it is. Like, people didn't really want to put Switch 2 or anything like that, so they decided to give it the name Switch Attach. There are some people that are like, did somebody have insider information and that's actually what it's going to be called? And I'm like, oh gosh, I hope not. New Nintendo Switch XL, says Aurora. Oh no. Switch the second. I'm a fan of the idea of just calling it Super Nintendo Switch. I don't know. Nintendo Switch Plus, that, I don't know, that sounds like it's more of a pro model to the Nintendo Switch. Right. Like, I like the idea of Super Nintendo Switch because that would be a callback to the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. That's where the red coin was. I can get out of here now. Yep. 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 Yeah, he ate about half of it, and I gave him a whole chicken thigh. Just for a joke, switch me. Like Wii U. How you will play next. Nintendo Switch D4. Yes, a callback to the Nintendo 64. I don't know, man. Like, I will leave the naming for the next console up to Nintendo. Like, if they even want to stick with the Switch branding. Like, at this point, most of us have assumed that they will be sticking with that branding, whether it be Nintendo Switch 2 or Super Nintendo Switch or, God forbid, Nintendo Switch Attach. Like, most of us are kind of assuming at this point that they will stick with the Switch branding and keep going with a handheld, home console hybrid sort of style. Which, that's not a guarantee. We don't know. It's the Wii U all over again. How Donkey Kong got his name is crazy, says Heloy. Didn't you tell me how that happened last stream? Nintendo Switch swap. This is plush. I am very curious what the name of the next Nintendo console will be, and I look forward to it with eager anticipation. Okay, what next? Love egg carton flightless goonie, please. Flip side of the floaty balls course. Okay, let's go. Wait, how did Donkey Kong get his name? Says Plushpocalypse. Because Miyamoto heard that Kong was like another name for gorilla, and he wanted a name that was like a synonym for stupid, so he picked Donkey. That's how Donkey Kong got his name, apparently. According to Heloy. Yeah. Yummy. When do you guys think that we will be hearing any updates for the next Nintendo console? So, I was just gonna say, that's under the stipulation that the president of Nintendo, Shuntaro Furukawa, or what's his name? Furukawa, I know is his last name. Or, well, it's his... I know Furukawa is in the name. Names in Japanese kind of work a little differently than they do in English. Like, first name is actually last name. Like, first name is given name. Something like that. Anyway, the president of Nintendo said that the reveal will be sometime this fiscal year. It'll be by the end of the fiscal year. And that means that the reveal for the next console could be anytime between now and the end of March 2025. What am I looking for? One flightless Goonie guy thing. Ugh. Arf arf. Get over here, arf arf. Thank you. Next year, says Chris. Probably in the fall, says Heloy. I've heard some people say, or Spawnwave, I guess. John from Spawnwave posits that it'll be in like September of this year. Like they probably won't wait until the very end of the fiscal year. But you never know. It's Nintendo. They're unpredictable. Arf arf, says Heloy. I think the other big question is if they're going to do the Nintendo thing and it has to have some sort of feature slash gimmick, says Aurora. That is the question, and that's what I'm afraid of. Part of me wants to believe that since the higher-ups at Nintendo are starting to get to be replaced, it's not like I have anything against Miyamoto, for example, but I will admit that some of the younger staff members at Nintendo kind of have more of a, like, they have a finger on the pulse of the fans more than I feel like the legacy leaders at Nintendo did. Well, I think it's more that they're just set in their ways. Like, Nintendo has always wanted to be like ever since the N64 at least, if not like earlier, they've always wanted to have like a gimmick to set their consoles apart from everybody else. And sometimes that's resulted in like great success, like with the Nintendo Wii, with the revolutionary motion controls. Sometimes it ended up with the these fearsome dinos on the flip side of the volcano. Okay. Sometimes it resulted in major flops like the Wii U. Sometimes it was kind of just okay, I guess. But like the 3D gimmick on the 3DS, like nobody really used it, but the 3DS was still a great console. I guess the point is, Nintendo has always wanted to be, like, different. And I'm looking for dinosaurs, right? And, a lot of us are concerned about, you know, Nintendo doing something to screw up the winning formula of the Switch by, like, making it too gimmicky. But I think with the new leadership, I feel like Nintendo is more geared towards making smart business decisions right now, and I really hope that that is actually the case. Like, Furukawa is absolutely a businessman. He seems to be steering the ship in sort of that more business-centric, sort of mindset. So I can hope that the next Nintendo console will not be a gimmick-filled gimmickiness. I will read some more comments here in a moment when I'm not running at full speed trying to find more Poochie Pups. There we go. Haha! And dinosaurs. Don't forget the dinosaurs. I gotta find the dinosaurs. I found 3 out of 4 so far. There's the 4th one. I found him. Wait. We must keep going, though. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and read some comments. Oh, wait. I know the name. Nintendo Switch Pro Max, says Heloy. No. That would just be a pro model of the Switch. Anyway, more looker questions, says Plush. Sorry, Plush. I'm very much out of questions at the moment. How about this? Looker, oh, sure. Hang on. Let me just pause this recording real quick. Well. Okay, yeah. Yeah. When you want to switch over to Tomb Raider, you can, hon. It'll just make my screen blank out for a second. Ever since GameCube, Jeff, says Chris. How about this? Looker, have you ever climbed a tree? And do you enjoy climbing trees? The question is, will it be backwards compatible? Says Heloy. I'll get to that in a second. Chris says, rip Satoru Iwata. Yeah, no, I really like Satoru Iwata. Miss him. I miss him. I'm working on pixel art, says Blues Cat. That's exciting. What are you making? So, will the next Nintendo Switch, or whatever the console is, will it be backwards compatible? I'd say in a perfect world, yes. I don't really see many reasons why it would not be. And Nintendo has had a pretty good track record of keeping their consoles backwards compatible. Not all of them, but a good number of them. Uh-oh. Okay. Like, okay. So, the Game Boy Advance was backwards compatible with Game Boy games. Game Boy and Game Boy Color. Except for the Game Boy Micro, that one wasn't. DS games were compatible with, Game Boy Advance games for the DS and the DS Lite. Oh wow, it didn't blank out. Interesting. Anyway, oops. The DS was backwards compatible with Game Boy Advance games. For the DS and DS Lite models. I hear him. There he is, taking a... Oh, he's just hanging out there. What else? The 3DS was backwards compatible with DS games. The Wii was backwards compatible with GameCube games. The Wii U was backwards compatible with Wii games. So they have a pretty good track record as far as being backwards compatible is concerned. But it's not a guarantee. SNES wasn't backwards compatible, N64 wasn't, GameCube wasn't, Switch wasn't, isn't. It's not a guarantee. Either that or you require digital for backwards compatibility. Oh, sorry. The only thing with backwards compatibility is that with discs, you just have to have an optical disc reader that can read whatever discs. With carts, Nintendo has to indefinitely commit to a standard. Either that or require digital for backwards compatibility, says Aurora. Also, you have to have a CPU that can read the same instruction set and a GPU that can render the same things. Yeah, I think I gotta go to bed. I'm not feeling well, says Plush. Okay, Plush. Thank you for tuning into the stream. I hope you get feeling better. Yeah, she's got a cold. We'll probably have the NSO, so we don't need backwards compatibility anymore, unless Nintendo wants to make Wii and Wii U backwards compatibility. So we'll never, so we'll have 3 consoles in one. That will never happen, says Chris. Yeah, backwards compatibility is... It's like something that all of us enjoy, I think. I know I enjoy it when a console's backwards compatible. But, it certainly does impose limitations on the creators of the consoles, the makers of the consoles. To Aurora's point, if the Nintendo Switch 2 or whatever it will be is backwards compatible, then it has to be able to read the same cartridges as a Nintendo Switch does. Which means either, you know, some sort of adapter or something. Some sort of adapter, or like just sticking with the same Nintendo Switch cartridges. Which I wouldn't mind if they stick with the Nintendo Switch cartridges. I like the Nintendo Switch cartridges in honesty. But it is very limiting. For one, it's more expensive than traditional discs. Like, whereas the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 went with Blu-ray discs for their games, and the newer consoles, PS5 and Xbox Series X, what am I supposed to be looking for? UFOs? Have I missed any? I probably should try again. Yeah, like, They have the Ultra Blu-ray discs for 100 gigabytes or more on a disc. You know, the Nintendo Switch cartridges are more expensive and hold less data. So, yeah. Like, if they're gonna keep to that standard, then they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot a little bit. I don't know. I don't really know. I know one thing. If backwards compatibility is not on the Nintendo Switch 2 or whatever it ends up being, it's not a deal breaker for me. It's a nice to have, but it's not a deal breaker. Like, I have a Nintendo Switch. There's plenty of Nintendo Switches. So, I have a feeling that in the future, if I ever need to get another one, they will be plentiful and not rare. So, I don't know. I'm not too concerned about the backwards compatibility thing. Again, I would love it, but I don't need it. I don't know, what do you guys think? Okay. Think I'm doing alright with the UFOs right now? And I will get back to some comments after I finish up with this level. I hear a puppy. Oh, yeah, there he is. Thank you. I don't really need these eggs, but I'm gonna grab them anyway. I'll get back to your comments after I finish up this level. Gotta make sure that I get everything, don't you know? I hear a UFO! There he is! I done it! I found all the UFOs. Now to find the last Poochie Pop. Honestly, this is probably the way to do the souvenirs. I feel like this is a much better flow than what I was doing before. Meow, meow, meow. There you are. Alright. No! Yes! I done it. I need to stop using Google Microphone, says Yoshi Daffy Duck. Google Microphone is death. Why is that? Is the voice to or speech to text or voice to text or whatever it's called? Text to speech? Is it really that bad? There we go. See ya. Plop, 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 plop. Yay! I done it. Okay. Chris says, everyone will freak out if Nintendo makes 3 consoles in one. First we'll have Nintendo Switch, then Wii U, and then Wii with the Wii channel on Wii U. I think they already learned the mistake from the 90s, says Chris. About cartridge and CD. I don't know, because they went back to cartridges for the Nintendo Switch. And nothing's wrong with the CDs. Like, the CDs are definitely the better way to go. It's more just that, cartridges tend to be more expensive and tend to be less capable. I'd love an egg carton flower, please. Yes. As a general principle, like, I understand why they went with cartridges for the Switch. I've talked about this before, that if you were carrying around a system that was playing even like a regular sized disc, first of all, your console would have to be larger. Second of all, you'd have to worry about like moving it around and having it skip like your old-fashioned CD players. Alright. It's basically a 50-50% chance that it will be called a Nintendo Switch 2 or something like that, because we already have that Nintendo Switch, Switch Lite, and Switch OLED, says Eloy. Aurora says, for me, it's a slightly bigger deal on a handheld since I don't want to bring 5 different handhelds for all my games, even though I already do that. Yeah, that's certainly fair. I don't tend to bring my video game consoles with me very much, so that's not a huge factor for me, but I can understand that for sure. Flip side. Just gotta look for the flower. The microphone thought I said turn instead of then, says Yoshi Daffy Duck. I see. Yeah, the text-to-speech just isn't great. Text-to-speech is notorious for its no worky-workies. I don't mind with load times, says Chris. Oh yeah, cartridges, back in the day, cartridges used to mean, lower load times. Not so much these days. For one, disc reading speeds have gotten quite a bit better since the advent of CDs. But also, they don't tend to read the game off of the disc all the time anymore. They're meant more for supplementary information, or like some textures being loaded in, or like that sort of stuff. Like, the entire game is no longer being played off of CD. Or DVD, or Blu-ray, or Ultra Blu-ray, whatever the case may be. It's mostly like installing it to your system of choice nowadays. PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox Series 1, Xbox Series 1, Xbox Series X, Series S, and Xbox One. Like, all of those consoles, when you insert a disc into the disc drive, you install the game to your hard drive, or SSD. You don't play the game directly off of the disc anymore. It hasn't been like that for over a decade at this point. And in a lot of ways, that makes a ton of sense. Because, well, despite the fact that disc read speeds have gotten a lot better over the last several decades, the last few decades, it still does not keep up with the speeds that we would need to play our modern games. Like, that's just a fact of the matter. Like, your games are not going to load at the speeds you expect if they are not installed to some faster means of transferring data than using an optical disc reader. Like, the SSDs in the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series systems are much faster than the read speeds you'd get from a disc. So, yeah. Cartridges used to mean faster load times, but it doesn't really anymore, just mostly because of that. I only bring mine on trips, and I'll pack my Steam Deck, my DS Lite, a PSP, and the Zelda game and watch. Well, that is quite the array. I will say, normally when I pack game systems for like trips or vacations, it's usually my Switch or my 3DS. My hacked 3DS. Though when I mod my Game Boy Advance, that might be one of my go-to systems as well. I'd love some pterodons, please. I think 3 should do the trick. I feel like pterodons tend to hang around volcanoes. I feel like that tends not to be the case, actually, but I get your point. That's where I will find them. Oy. That is quite the array. How do you like your Steam Deck? I've thought about getting one, but on the other hand, I don't know, like, I don't play enough video games at this point to really make that worth it. I'm only going to be buying the next Nintendo console because I'm a Nintendo guy. And because my kids would love it. How many handhelds do you have, Jeff? Says Chris. Let's see, I have a Game Boy Color that I modded a while ago. I have a I have a Game Boy Advance and a Game Boy Advance SP. I broke the Game Boy Advance SP, sadly, when I was trying to repair it. That didn't go very well. Not that it's beyond repair, but it's beyond my abilities of repairing it. Anyway. So I have those Game Boy Advances. I have a DS Lite that is pretty much broken at this point. I played the ever-loving poop out of that thing. And I have 2 3DSs. Well, I have one 3DS XL and a new 3DS. So that's pretty much all my... Oh, I also have another Game Boy Color that... it's not modded and it needs to be fixed. The power switch needs to be fixed. I feel like I must be missing some pterodons. Ever-loving poop, says Healy. Yeah, I mean... Yeah. I don't... I don't know what else to say, but yeah. There we go. Modded Game Boy Advance? Like cartridge SD card? This is Chris. No. I mean, maybe at some point, but I mean just like a shell swap and an LCD. Or, yeah. LCD or LED? Like a new backlit screen for the thing. I also bought the parts for doing a rechargeable battery, like, a rechargeable battery. Yeah, a rechargeable battery for the original Game Boy Advance. And also a speaker amplifier and sound cleaner, whatever. I've heard that most sound cleaners are like... I've heard that they're basically just scams. But, you know, I might want to install it at some point just to see. If I ever decide to go the whole, like, SD card route, I'll probably just get, like, an EverDrive or whatever, if that's a thing for Game Boy Advances. Sky platform? Uh-oh. Well, that was great. I like it, but I mostly use it to play emulators on the TV and a dock paired with a controller, says Aurora. Makes sense. It's definitely one of the use cases I'd thought of if I ever decided to get one. I feel like I must be missing some pterodons here. I mean, I found 2 of them, and I guess there's only 3. It's the Yoshi Man, says Vacuum Blink. It is the Yoshi Man himself, indeed. Welcome to the stream, Vacuum Blink. How are you? Welcome to Yoshi's Crafted World Revisited, 5 years later, part 3. I just noticed, does Solar Flare even join anymore, says Healy. He was here earlier. He has been occupied with other things. I missed a pterodon. He's been occupied with other things. Here's a fixed comment. If they announced a Yoshi's Topsy-Turvy sequel, then the Nintendo Switch 2 would be a gimmicky console. This is Yoshi Daffy Duck. I don't know if that's necessarily the case. Like, I mean, maybe. But, you know, Yoshi Topsy-Turvy's big thing was that it had a gyroscope built into the Game Boy Advance cartridge. Not really a huge gimmick. There were others that did that same thing. And all you would need to make that work on a Switch or Switch-esque system is gyroscope, which the Nintendo Switch does have. I don't know. I don't feel like a Topsy-Turvy sequel would necessarily mean a super gimmicky console. I mean, most controllers nowadays have gyroscope built in, yes? First party, I should say. Most first party controllers. Yeah, like PlayStation or... I don't know if Xbox controllers do they? I don't know. I know Switch ones do. Okay. I'm gonna retry. Oh. He just left. I thought he just didn't join anymore, says Healy. Yeah, that would be sad. What's a pterodon, says Rito Chang. You might also be familiar with the terminology pterodactyl. It's like the flying dinosaurs. I know they're not actually dinosaurs, but for the sake of easier conveying what they are the flying reptiles that are most well known for being associated with dinosaurs. How about that? Pterodon, I think, was a specific species of pterosaurs. Pterosaurs was like the family of it, like how sauropods was a family of dinosaurs. Species included like Brachiosaurus and Diplodocus and Ultrasaur and things like that. Vacuum Link says, what's your least favorite Yoshi game? My least favorite Yoshi game would probably be the puzzle game Yoshi. Not because it's bad or anything, like, I enjoy it from, oh, there it is. I enjoy the game, just like I enjoy most Yoshi games. Or all Yoshi games, I guess. Like, there's something that I like about it. If nothing else than just the fact that Yoshi is in it. But the puzzle game Yoshi does not really capture my attention like any of the other Yoshi games do. And even like the other Yoshi puzzle games. I don't know, it's just like, it's pretty basic and it doesn't have a lot going on. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, mind you. I put the Yoshi puzzle games pretty low on my list just because the only one that keeps me occupied for longer than 30 minutes was Tetris Attack. Which is why it made it in my, to a decently high spot in my top 10 list. Okay, here we go. Would Jeff be disappointed if they announced the Yoshi Topsy-Turvy sequel? No, actually, I would be okay with that. You know, Yoshi Topsy-Turvy was a really interesting Yoshi game in that it really tried to mix up the formula in a weird and wacky way, which I didn't mind. I actually kind of found the mission structure to be interesting. That said, they removed so many of the Yoshi staple moves and like things that Yoshi is well known for, like they severely nerfed the flutter jump. They got rid of the egg toss move. Yeah, I guess those are pretty much the big things that we missed out on. Enemies, you can't spit them out anymore. Eating them only makes Yoshi have a tootie toot. So, you know, if they were to make a Yoshi Topsy-Turvy sequel, I would certainly hope that they bring back some mechanics that they left out the last time, or at least, like, you know, I don't know, make it better. Also, I don't know, I'd be interested. I would absolutely play a Yoshi Topsy-Turvy sequel. Would I be disappointed that it wasn't, like, another mainline Yoshi game in the vein of Yoshi's Island, and that, like, really tried to push the envelope forward? I mean, probably. But, you know, I would certainly play it. Wait, Jeff, you missed one. Oh, it's just a blue star. Oh, okay. Let's see. It's about on par with the Switch with battery life. Bring a battery bank if you're going to be away from power for an extended time. I've never needed one personally, but you might on a plane, I guess. Depends on the games. Some Switch games can drain the battery in 3 hours for sure. Higher demanding games will drain faster. Interesting. I feel like I have heard that before. I like how I just have 3 chickens and a duck with the spirit of a chicken in my backyard, says Heloy. An interesting amalgamation for sure. A menagerie. Chris says, oh, because I thought that's because the Steam Deck runs Steam games, the battery life would be about 3 hours or something. Jeff, you don't like Yoshi NES and SNES and Yoshi's Cookie? Says Chris. It's not that I don't like them, it's that they really don't keep me occupied for very long. Like, they don't manage to capture my attention for a very long period of time. Like, Yoshi's, or Tetris Attack, I'll sit there and play for an hour or two at least. I find it much more compelling. And again, it's not like I don't like the Yoshi puzzle game or Yoshi's Cookie. They just don't rank high in my top 10, my top Yoshi games at all. Like, I like puzzles, but I don't know, those ones don't really super grab my attention, I guess. Jeff, did you watch Pokemon Horizon, says Blues Cat. No, I'm not really interested in anything Pokemon related, to be honest with you. I think most of that is because growing up, like, I grew up in a family where, you know, my parents thought that Pokemon was evil. And, you know, I've pretty much Yeah, Sky's family did too. I've pretty much like shed that perception. I don't think that that's the case, but the fact that it was so taboo for so long, I think just drove me to not be interested in it, even into my adult life. So yeah. It's also a gameplay loop I'm not super interested in, especially now that I have like very little time to play video games. I'm not interested in playing a super grindy RPG sort of game. I'm fresh out of requests for you. Okay. Yoshi Cookie is quite fun though. It's just video game addiction, says Chris. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's fun, it's fine. It just doesn't keep me interested very long. Pokemon anime is silly, but I watch it anyway, says Blues Cat. Pretty much the only anime that I have any interest in right now is One Punch Man. Like, I've said this before, in, like, I've watched Fairy Tail, I watched Sword Art Online, and that's pretty much it. And One Punch Man. Absolutely One Punch Man. That's a favorite. And I got Sky to watch it, too. And, like, once we finished up Season 2, I ended up going and, finding the manga online. And I've been reading it. A lot! I'm almost caught up to where the manga is right now. So, yeah. But other than that, I'm not really an anime buff. So now I just have to find the red coins. I don't care about popping all the balloons or anything like that right now. I just want the coins. That's all I want. That's all I need. I'm gonna go ahead and catch up on some comments. Oh, Jeff, you asked what Mario would play like in a Yoshi game earlier. A baby. This is Aurora. Yeah. Yeah, like in the Yoshi's Island games for sure. Jeff, you should try watching Kaguya-sama. Kaguya-sama. Give it a try. What is the premise? What is it like? Part of me has wanted to go back and rewatch Sword Art Online, at least the first half of the first season. Because, like, after the first 12 episodes, or, like, you know, what's called the Aincrad arc, after that, the series really went downhill. Oh no. That's what I missed. I was supposed to throw eggs at these guys. Did not realize this. Anyway, like, the show really fell off after the first arc. But, man, I really liked the first arc of that show. Had some great moments. I'd also thought about, Sky and myself dressing up as Asuna and Kirito from, SAO for Halloween one year. I would even buy the replica swords. Plus it works out because, like, I have dark hair and dark eyes. Like, my hair isn't black like Kirito's is, but it is very dark. And then Sky has strawberry blonde hair, which is very close to Asuna's hairstyle, color, whatever. It's actually, like, her hair is actually basically ginger. Yes. Yeah. Oh. There we go. It's a slice of life comedy romance about a student council president and vice president. Both of them fall in love with each other, but both of them don't want to admit their feelings to each other, says Chris. For whatever reason, I don't know. It's a rom-com, Jeff. I don't think you'd like it. Yeah, I'll probably pass on that. Jeff, you should cosplay as Yoshi one day. Oh boy. That'd be pretty silly. Because they thought whoever admit their feelings first lose a love war. It's Chris. Yeah, I'll say it's not for everyone, but the characters are memorable. Has Sky ever cosplayed as Peach? Like dressed up as? She says no, but she's definitely thought about it. Let's go ahead and buy all the costumes. Every single one. For the record, I liked it though, says Aurora. Nice. This guy says it would also be fun to cosplay as Lara Croft. I'm sure that must be a very popular cosplay. Oops, no, I don't want costumes. I don't want to wear them, I just want to buy them for completion's sake. That's all. Alright, we are about 2 hours into the stream and I've only 100% completed 2 worlds. That just goes to show you how ridiculous the souvenir and fetch quests are. But I feel like it's not been as bad this stream because like I've been kind of splitting it up better, I think. Finally, a gold, says Rito Chang. Yeah, golds are rare. I saw a Lara Croft cosplay recently that was blocky PS1 model. Says Aurora. Oh, that must have been hilarious. Yeah. I kind of want to see that now. Me too. Like, I'm very hesitant to look up cosplay anything, but that, I've got to see that. Yeah. Oops, no, not costumes. Alright, I think it's time to choose a new Yoshi, guys. I'm gonna give you a choice. I'm gonna do a poll. Like, which ones haven't we played as yet? Pink, yellow, azure, and green. Those are the ones we have not played as yet. So, I'm gonna have you pick which Yoshi next. I'm only gonna give you 2 choices, though. Let's do either pink or yellow. We'll choose between azure and green next time. Start the poll! Somebody cosplay as a Yoshi? Says Chris. I mean, I'm sure someone must have. Oh, man! Ugh! Oh. Ugh. I'm gonna have Sky be the tiebreaker if we have a tie in the poll. Right now we've got 50-50 for pink and yellow. It's 50-50, says Heloy. I'm not too shocked. I'll give it another minute. SpongeBob versus Patrick, says Yoshi Daffy Duck. Question mark? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and end the poll now. It's pink! Pink wins! 60% to 40%. It's very close between pink and yellow. Alright. We're gonna try to 100% complete one more world. And here's my little experiment, and I think I already know the answer to this. I want to see if you can actually skip any worlds. I don't think you can. Because, you see how I'm going on a branching path here? I want to see if I can skip the Yoshi's Woolly World level, but each one of these worlds is connected by like a road, and the road has to be unraveled from one end of like the yellow ribbon. And I think that the only way that I would be able to skip that Yoshi's Woolly World area, which I wouldn't want to in the first place, but just for the sake of argument, I want to see if I think that you'd have to unroll that road. I think you'd have to unroll that road from like the circus tent area. And yeah, there's no way to get to that other than going through the Woolly World area. And if you went down to the Woolly World area first and then tried to skip Sky High Heights and the Dino Desert, then you wouldn't be able to get up to the red gem. So I don't think that there's any way to actually skip any worlds. So that in mind, I at least want to confirm. I don't want to assume. SpongeBob versus Patrick because pink and yellow, says Yoshi Daffy Duck. Ah, gotcha. There, Jeff, I posted it in your memes and stuff channel. Alright, let's see it. Let's see this Yoshi cosplay. Oh, it's not a Yoshi cosplay. It's the Lara Croft's blocky cosplay. Here, I'm sharing it with yous. There's the Lara Croft blocky cosplay.
That's kind of amazing how it was like that, though.
It's so funny.
Like, how did she do that with her shirt?
I don't think I want to know. But back to the action. Thank you for sharing that, Aurora. Welcome to Ninjarama. Sky was happy about that. Deceptive doors. Sky is a big Tomb Raider fan, for those of you who didn't know. I'm pretty sure you've all figured that out at this point. She's actually playing it in the background right now.
I need to find another red room.
See? There's Sky playing Tomb Raider. Okay. Ninjarama time. Yep. Oh, guys. I went to karate this evening, and something very exciting came up. So the karate dojo that I go to is like it's basically like a ministry effort. It's like it's a Christian karate dojo. And that's kind of like one of the central themes of it. And this evening, our sensei, our teacher, told us that there is an invitation for us to go to on a missions trip to Japan. And that it is a thing that will happen. We are, like, the dojo or whoever wants to go will be going to Japan. To participate in classes, to help teach classes, to learn from karate classes, and also for a ministry outreach. So, I have the very real opportunity to go to Japan sometime in the near future. That is extremely exciting for me. Okay, so here, I'm gonna get myself up there. Oh, well that worked. Jeff, just do it the right way. Yeah, I guess I will. It's Jeff's favorite Koopa the Ninja Turtles cosplay from Paper Mario. Jeff, you can't go. Who will stream on Friday night? I'm sure that the hotel would have Wi-Fi. I would be more than happy to stream from the hotel that Friday. A special Jeff live stream from Japan. Oops. How long of a plane ride would that be? Probably at least a good 12 hours. Yeah, I mean, we have to fly over the Pacific Ocean. Alright, hang on, I gotta check this. How long of a flight from New York to Japan? 13 hours and 40 minutes is the shortest one.
With toddlers?
Yeah, with toddlers. Yeah, well, we'll just have to see. Wouldn't you be flying over the North Pole, actually? Says Aurora. I don't... I have doubts. Maybe. I mean, maybe that's a more direct route. Dang, half a day, says Heloy. More than half a day, says Sky. I don't know, we'll have to work out the logistics of it later. But the point is, there's the very real opportunity of going to Japan in the near future. And I hope that we can. Good old Nihon, says Blue's cat. Well, 1 hour more. Oh, Jeff, says Heloy. What? What is it, Heloy? So I'm like over halfway through the level, yet I only have 8 red coins. Have I missed something? You should go to Super Nintendo World, says Heloy. Is it Tokyo? Says Chris. I don't know what city it is. But whatever city it ends up being, I'll just be happy to be there if I do get to go. Like, that sounds like an amazing opportunity to me. I've always wanted to visit Japan. You should go to Super Nintendo World. That would be sick. Oh. I have never ridden in an airplane before, no. So I don't even really know what they're like. Plop. I've heard that chewing gum helps with the whole ears popping situation. I see. If you land in Hokkaido, you should prepare some coat, cause it's a colder part of Japan, says Chris. Yeah, no, for sure. The Earth being spherical makes flight paths weird. Sometimes we think of things like a flat map, says Aurora. Yeah, very true. I know I tend to. Absolutely. Oh, right. This whole thing. Yeah, I don't know where that flight path would go. I've only got 10 of 20 red coins. I feel like I've missed something pretty substantial. Probably. Maybe? I don't know. What if you, see Kazumi Totaka, just walking? Would you recognize him? Says Yoshi Daffy Duck. I doubt that I would, unless I, like, looked up pictures beforehand. But if I did, I would absolutely try to, I was gonna say shake his hand, but I don't know if that's a thing in Japan. I'd have to, like, I would love to greet him. Okay, Plap. Plap. Okay. I shall be back, Jeff. I will take a 10 to 15 minute nap because I feel a bit tired, says Heloy. If you need to go to sleep, Heloy, don't feel bad about it. Sky says that she's sleepy too. Okay, I guess I didn't miss anything. You can do it, Sky. You can find the other red gem. I believe in you. I actually feel surprisingly good tonight for having done a karate class with a pretty rigorous workout. And yeah, it being nearly 1 a.m. I do want to try to 100% complete this world before I sign off for the night. At least then I will have my curiosity resolved as to whether or not I can actually skip worlds. Donkey Kong running animation is so goofy in Nintendo 64 or DK64. Yeah, it totally is. It totally is. Do 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 do. I was just thinking, I want to play Donkey Kong 64 again, and then I had flashbacks to when I last played it, and I'm like, never mind. Never mind, I do not want to play it again. Okay, I looked it up, and the shortest distance is not quite the North Pole, but it is over North Alaska instead of California. Interesting. Interesting. Like you said, the planet being spherical does cause you to think of things differently, doesn't it? Or you should think of things differently when thinking in distances. That's weird. Like, I didn't realize it. I doubt it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, we'll just have to think of the logistics on it. Take a few days to get there. Yeah, we'll see. Definitely the plane. Absolutely. Whew. I'm not a huge fan of these auto-scrolling levels, by the way. Obviously, like, auto-scrolling levels just, in general, are not my favorites. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, no, I'm good, I'm good. Phew! But this isn't so bad. Doesn't necessarily mean that would be your flight path unless they took a direct route, obviously. This is Aurora. Yeah, that's another thing to consider, hon, is there could be layovers. Like having to switch to a different flight halfway through. Not necessarily spend the night, but we might have to, like, switch planes somewhere halfway through the trip. Like, take a plane to... Oh! Uh-oh! Shoot! Like California or something like that. Uh-oh. The one time I threw an egg and did not want to egg jump. Ah! Crud. Okay, well, I think I've gotten everything that I can at this point in the level. This isn't too bad. Imagine an auto-scrolling level in a Sonic game. It'll only appear once. Auto-scrolling in a Sonic game, wouldn't that like kind of defeat the entire purpose of Sonic games? Whoa! There we go. Alright, well, I'm definitely gonna have to play this level again, but that's okay. I will do so when I'm hunting for souvenirs. Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Master System. Oh, interesting. Well, I didn't really do... Yeah. I need to play that level again. That's fine. That's fine. This is fine! Behind the shoji was the last level. The Shogun's castle is this one. This is, Oh, hi, Jeff. It's Jacob. Hi, Jacob. Welcome to the stream. Yes, heavens, Jacob. What's going on, Jacob? Welcome to Yoshi's Crafted World Revisited after 5 years. How are you doing? Yoshi is so cute. Indeed, he is. Love Yoshis. Obviously, I'm the Yoshi fanatic. It would kind of be false advertising if I didn't love Yoshi. Okay, there's something up there. There's something up there, and I want it! Or is there nothing up there? And am I just wasting my time? Yeah, it seems to be just wasting my time. I don't want to waste all of my time, just most of it. Huh. Weird. Okay, whatever, that's fine. That's fine, this is fine. But for sure, I know there's something up here. Plop. Oh man, I didn't get the extra eggs from that. What was I talking about before? Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Master System. Yeah, no, auto-scrolling levels just in general are kind of... I'll call them a pet peeve of mine. So, yeah. And... How much, hon? Yeah, I'm not surprised. That sounds right. Yep, it's a cruise, hon. Yeah. Most cruises don't go all the way to Japan. Alright, anyway. Aurora says, I feel like I'd want to play more Yoshi games if the music was closer to the first games. Yeah, for sure. Like, I think we've had this conversation before, that music really can have a larger impact than one would initially think on a game's overall reception. And, Yoshi's Crafted World is certainly an example where... Oh, I'm just gonna skip this part. Yoshi's Crafted World is definitely okay, now I can't. Yoshi's Crafted World is definitely an example where, you know, if the music was better, I think the perception for the game would be higher. And it's not like it would be higher by a ton, because the music isn't like the main issue that most people have with the game, I don't think. But, you know, the various slide whistles and things of that nature certainly don't help the, you know, the childish atmosphere. So, yeah, absolutely. And again, like, I don't hate the music in this game. I feel like when people say the music in this game sucks, they're being a little too harsh. But it's certainly not great. What's your opinion on the music playing right now? Wouldn't go in my video game song playlist or whatever. But I don't hate it. Get David Wise to do it, says Aurora. That would always be the answer, wouldn't it? Who was the composer for Yoshi's Island music? I probably should know that. Jeff, can you 100% every Yoshi game in 2 weeks? Can I 100% complete every Yoshi game in 2 weeks? I feel like if I took a week off work and like dedicated my time to nothing but playing Yoshi, then probably. Though how would you count 100% completing Yoshi's story? Because that one's kind of an oddball. Most of the other games have like pretty solid completion requirements. Yoshi's story, not so much. Okay, get me in there. Koji Kondo. Okay, thank you, Aurora. Yeah, I really liked the... Yoshi's Island music. But I'm curious, what are your thoughts on the Yoshi's Woolly World music? Content creator haven't made Yoshi 100% completionist before. Oh, you mean like, I completed every Yoshi game in 2 weeks! I guess I wouldn't hate that. What am I doing? I'm unsure. I guess that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't hate that. Yoshi's Woolly World only takes, oops. Yoshi's Woolly World only takes about 15 hours to 100% complete. Oh my goodness, my stinkies. Yoshi's Crafted World takes about 24 hours. Yoshi's Island, I think that's on the order of 15 hours as well. I would want to 100% complete, the Game Boy Advance version, though, because that has more levels. Yoshi's Island DS. Oof. I've never even 100% completed that game before. Never mind. I might not be able to do that. Okay, I don't need whatever that is. And I don't need to do this puzzle either. Like, I'm 100% completing every Yoshi game in 2 weeks, so you don't have to. Are we thinking like a Nathaniel Bandy sort of thing, or... like that kind of content? I mean, I'm down, but... I don't think I actually... No, never mind, I'm not down. Only reason I'm not down is because I just don't have the time in my life to do that sort of thing. Not as uninspired as this, but it lacks the kick I'd like. This is Aurora. I really like the Yoshi's Woolly World music, to be honest. Yoshi's Woolly World is very calming and, you know, kind of a chill, like, Yoshi's Woolly World I see as being a very, chill kind of game. Like, one of those happy place kind of games that I just love playing and gets me in a happy mood. Very relaxing. And I feel like the soundtrack really, embodies that sort of feeling. Alright, come here, you. Hey, let me attack you. I got up here before you were able to do your attack. Let me attack you. Yeah, Nathaniel Bandy. He's a madman, but it's worth it, says Chris. Yeah, but YouTube is also his job. And he also does not have children. So, I feel like that definitely makes a difference. Eep. No, yeah, his videos are great, but I don't think I can do anything to that caliber. And Yoshi's Island DS would probably be the, one that broke that challenge for me, because I've never 100% completed that game, period. I think I spent like 30 hours playing it on Livestream, and I didn't 100% complete it. So if that tells you anything... Okay. Also... Whew. You know what? I know I've come all this way. Oh no. Did I screw up? No, I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine. Okay. Come at me, dude. Or rather, let me come at you. Maybe they'll just port Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World to the next system instead of making a new game, says Aurora. As much as I want a port of Yoshi's Woolly World that includes all the content from the 3DS version, I don't want to wait that long for a new Yoshi game just to get a port of Yoshi's Woolly World. Like, Yoshi's Woolly World is great, don't get me wrong, but I want something a little more than that. And I don't want to wait another 5 to 10 years for the next Yoshi game on top of that. Call me selfish. That's fine. Say, could you help me find some souvenirs here in Ninjarama? Let's see. Oh, he's just making a poll about Luigi's Mansion Completionist about whether or not he should play the remake or not. Says Chris. Interesting. I'd probably vote to play the original. Paper Lantern Ghost, please. I saw one on the flip side of the Ninja House. Okay. I got spooked by ghosts there. Okay. Talking flowers are probably going to be the background character in the next Mario Kart. Oh boy. Instead of like all the Yoshis and Toads and Shy Guys like all cheering you on, it's just all the flowers from Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Hey there, says Hermaphro Janandro. Welcome to the stream, Janandro. Welcome to Yoshi's Crafted World Revisited 5 years later. How are you doing? How have you been? Let's see if we can't find that paper ghost or whatever. Right now, Janandro, we are doing the souvenirs, these side fetch quest things for Ninjarama. There's a poopy. There's a poopy! Yeah. I was just saying puppy in a silly way. That's not what it sounded like, though. A poopy dog. Only 27% who vote say that he should play the original 3, while 73% of the votes say that he should play the remake as well. Oh man. Janandra says, I've been watching a lot of poker games. Oh no, I didn't mean to exit the course! That's alright, I'll have to do the flip side again, I'm sure. So I've kind of gotten into the swing of just clearing the regular levels the normal way, and then going back and doing the Poochie levels, and or the Poochie quests, and finding everything I missed once I go back and do the souvenirs. I feel like that's been the best flow. Love some helmets, please. At the Shogun Castle. Okay, well, I 100% completed the Shogun Castle before, so now I just have to find the souvenirs. Hooray! Oh man, if they just port Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World to the next system instead of making a new game, I'd like to think that they would, if they're going to port Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World, I'd like to think they would do that in addition to, making a new game. Especially considering the fact that, you know, they'll have to build up the, install base of the next system before they can really hope to outsell the Wii U version. Like, the Wii U version actually sold pretty darn well, I think. Like 2.5 million or something like that? Considering it was on the Wii U, that's actually pretty solid. Wait. How many copies did Yoshi's Woolly World sell? Let's check. How many copies of Yoshi's Woolly World sold? Oh, never mind. 1.37 million. That's actually kind of pitiful. I mean, being on the Wii U, I guess it's not that bad. Heloy says, actually, Jeff, I might go to sleep because I have to wake up at 6 anyways. Says Heloy. Well, good luck. Please do feel free to go ahead and get some sleep, my friend. I think you deserve it. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope to see you next time for more Yoshi's Crafted World Revisited. Yep. Let me up there. Jeff, I'm gonna head out. Have a nice trip to Nihon, the Tech Land, says Chris. Oh, that's not for a while yet, and I don't even know if we're gonna be going. Oh, man. But have a good night, Chris. Hopefully we'll see you next time. No! I need eggs! Give me eggs! Thank you. No! Meow. Okay, 2 out of 5. We're alright. We're doing okay. We've got 2 so far. Here's hoping I can find the rest with little to no issues. I would like to go to sleep soon. We've got about a half hour left of the stream. At least, you know, at least I'd like to be wrapped up by 3 hours. We'll see what actually ends up happening. Still looking up, trips to Japan, hon, or... Oh, cool. Hello, Gabriel. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Yoshi's Crafted World Revisited after 5 years? Part 3. How are you? Will the Mario sports games ever be good again? Says Yoshi Daffy Duck. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I'd like to think that they will be at some point, but you can never really be too sure, can you? Especially, like, with how they've been on the Switch. Ugh. It's just been downright disappointing. That said, even if we never get a good Mario sports game again, we have plenty of good ones that already exist, and even some that I haven't played yet. But like Mario Golf on the N64 can keep me occupied for many, many hours. And then, if I get tired of that, Mario Golf Toadstool Tour is fantastic. Mario Tennis games are a lot of fun. And I don't really care about any of the other Mario sports games. I'd be willing to try, the Strikers games, but I don't have a ton of interest. What Mario sports game is all of your favorites? I'm curious. Boink. Doink. Oh, I see what the point of that was. Okay, got it. I'm like, what? Why am I doing this puzzle? What's the point of this puzzle? Ah! There we go. Give me those blue eggs. Give me! You know, this game doesn't look too bad. I think it just needs a few non-art style tweaks. Oh. Says Aurora. Yeah, I agree. Like, I'm sure that you have seen my top 10 Yoshi games video. And I actually ranked this game quite high in my Yoshi rankings. And I don't regret that. I put it at number 3. Oh my. And I think that's a pretty solid place for it. Yes, I got all 5! Let's go! I think that there could have been a lot less souvenir quests. And I do miss some of the, Yoshi staples, like boosted flutter jump and holding an enemy in your mouth. I do miss those. The little, I don't know, what do you call them? Nuances. little nuances that the other Yoshi games have. But yeah, Yoshi's Crafted World isn't bad. I feel like it gets a bad rap, honestly. Yeah, there's not great things about there are not so good things about it, right? Like, yeah, it's got its problems. Every game does. But there's a lot to like about this game. Like, I've called this game the quintessential mixed bag of Yoshi games because it does quite a few things that I really, really like. Like opening up the world structure a little bit once you get about, you know, a quarter of the way into the game. I really like the egg jump. I liked the fact that they have a variable number of smiley flowers in each stage. It's not just 5 every time now. Like, there's definitely some things that I like. Oh, I like the boss challenges a lot, too. Like, I really liked how they reworked the boss stages so that it's not always a boss fight at the end of the level, which I've always disliked. Like, most of the boss fights are just standalone stages, which is great. It does a lot of things that I like, but it also does things that I don't like. Way too many souvenirs, getting rid of some of the nuances for the Yoshi games. The difficulty is kind of paltry, to be honest with you. Like, there's not really an appreciable difficulty curve. Like, what little difficulty curve there is, it's pretty minute. And the post-game, you know, the quote-unquote S levels, as it were, they're fairly lacking too. But the secret boss fight is awesome. I don't know. Like I said, the game's a mixed bag, and the quintessential mixed bag for the Yoshi games. There's a lot of things I want to see going forward, but there's also a lot of things that I don't want to see. So, yeah, that's kind of my thing. But I'm glad that that this playthrough has shown you that this game really isn't as bad as people make it out to be. Knowing good feeling Nintendo, the Yoshi 3D look like similar to Toy Story 3, the video game. This is Yoshi Daffy Duck. I really want them to abandon the whole crafted and woolly look. Like, it's pleasant from a certain aesthetic standpoint, but at the same time, I think it's hurt the series more than it's helped, really. I aspire to be a video game designer slash character, says Blues Cat. By all means, pursue that dream. Chase it! And if you ever do design a video game, let me know and I'll be happy to check it out. Video game design is definitely one of those things that's a lot harder than I think most people would think. Like, yeah, it's really challenging. I can't really expand upon it any further than that because I don't have any experience designing video games other than like Super Mario Maker levels, which doesn't count at all. But I wasn't very good at that either. Yeah. I like to play video games. I like to critique game design, but I am no game designer. Not in the slightest. Pink Yoshi makes me want pink lemonade, says Yoshi Daffy Duck. Pink lemonade would be very pleasant right now. Well, maybe not right now. That's loaded in sugar. So, you know, 1:15 a.m. would not be the best time to indulge in a pink lemonade. You know, Sky, maybe I should get a juicer and make our own lemonade. I think that would be yummy. And then we could have whatever flavors we wanted. Yum yum. Whenever we wanted. Although we'd have to be careful not to overdo it because for the aforementioned reason of incredibly high in sugar. Just to offset the insane sourness of the lemons. I think the last time I had lemonade was the last time we went on summer vacation last year. I think that's the last time I had a lemonade. Yeah. I feel like I can't shake the feeling that I'm missing something. Okay. I'll be up in a little while, I think. You'll probably be asleep by the time I get up there, though. Pink lemonade. Now I want pink lemonade. And like I said, this is not the right time for pink lemonade. Okay. Oh, there's one. Blank. Which color Yoshi are the female ones? The world would never know. It might not be pink Yoshi. Oh boy, here we go, Yoshi Daffy Duck with the whole Yoshi gender thing. Oh man. I don't know, man. I really don't. I've given up on trying to determine whether... I've given up on trying to determine a Yoshi's gender. It is no longer something that I wish to dedicate my cranial resources to. Mostly just because it's a video game dinosaur we can't actually study in biological ways. But our conclusion at this point, I believe, is that Yoshi is just like any, or just like most other species, it's not an all-female, it's not, like, we don't think that it's an all-female species, like there is an all-female species of lizard, I think, in, like, Nevada or something. But we think that Yoshis tend to be, well, like, they're like a male and female species, just like most other animals. But, in the case of games like Chef, in Game & Watch Gallery 2, and apparently Game & Watch Gallery 4, though I've never played that one, they are able to, reproduce asexually via a process called, oh, what was the process called? It was something Genesis? Parthenogenesis. Whereby a female in the species can reproduce with no male around. She basically just produces offspring that are essentially clones of herself. Komodo dragons are an example of this in real life, but also those white-tailed something or other lizards in Nevada or whatever. The female species that completely reproduces through parthenogenesis, and no males are present in the species. Like, under high-stress scenarios, or, like, critical scenarios where a male is not present, Yoshis can reproduce through the process of parthenogenesis. That's pretty much the solution that we came up with. Noteworthy, of course, is knowing that the Yoshis don't seem to have any sexual dimorphism to them. That is, males and females looking different if they are indeed gendered species. So, the answer to the question is we don't know. Because even if Yoshis are male and female, though that's up for debate, male and female Yoshis don't look different, so we can't tell anyway. I'd love a cherry blossom folding screen, please. Enter the Shogun Castle from the flip side, and you might see one of these. Okay. I don't think that we've done the flip side yet for this level. No, we have not. There you go. There's a there's the Cliff Notes version of our what gender is a Yoshi discussion. I will say that for the most part, at least in the English translations of the various games, including this one, he said he wanted a folding blossom thing. Okay. In most of the Yoshi games, at least in the English localizations, Yoshi is identified with male pronouns. They list him as a he lists himself as a he. So, yeah, most of the time, Yoshi is referred to as a male. But, what is he actually? Who knows? Oops, I didn't mean to exit the course. Do. Okay. Didn't mean to exit the course so quickly, but, well, I did. We got another request. I'd love some Shy Guy kites, please. Flip side of the Soji level. The Shoji? Behind the Shoji level. Okay, and we've already done the Poochie Pups mission here, so we don't really need to worry about that. Excuse me. Need some water. Alright, let's find those Shy Guys. The Shy Guy kites. I feel like we're getting close to the end of these fetch quests. I feel it in my bones, guys. We're getting close. And then, of course, we need to 100% complete this level because we did not get everything in this level. Are you a lizard person? Says Yoshi Daffy Duck. No, not really. They're fine. I don't really have a problem with lizards. But I have no desire to, like, keep one as a pet or anything. Lizards are one of those things that I like to see, like, either in captivity in, like, a zoo, or in the wild if I happen upon one, which in my neck of the woods is not exactly a common thing. I dress as a chameleon, says Janandro. Interesting. But I don't know. Lizards aren't like something I'm interested in keeping as a pet or anything like that. I'm not really a fanatic of most animals. Only the fictional animal Yoshi. I didn't actually need to get him. I've always had an affection for reptiles and amphibians, says Janandro. And yeah, I can't blame you there. There's a lot of cool amphibians and reptiles, for sure. Like, I'd go as far as to say, like, turtles are one of my favorite animals, and they're a reptile. Or amphibian, depending on the species. I think most of my inclination towards reptile or towards turtles is due to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which, you know, they're not very characteristic of what a turtle is like. I am a duck fanatic, says Yoshi Daffy and Donald Duck fan. Understandable. Uh-oh. Oh no, I got this. Think. Yeah! Okay. And I know there's only one more. Well, I mean, obviously there's only one more. I've gotten 3 out of 4. There he is. Found him. Boink. Yeah, no, I don't need to keep playing the course. Hooray! I've done it! I did it. I wonder if I would like reptiles more if they were more of a common thing here in my neck of the woods. And not like domesticated ones. We got another request. I'd love a potted snake, please. The ninja house is just swarming with pots. One of them has the scaly friend. Oh boy, I feel like there's actually a lot of requests here. Because I know there's one on the regular side here. Oh. Hang on. Okay, so he's on the front side of this course here. Ah! Take that, Blue Yeti. Probably at least 50% of my playtime in this game is going to be hunting for souvenirs. Which, that's kind of crazy. Is there any hint here? Swarming with pots, one has a scaly friend. Well, I don't remember seeing this, though it's obviously here somewhere, otherwise they wouldn't be asking me to look for it. But I don't remember seeing one. Ah! Owies. Okay. If I had to guess, it's probably behind one of these sliding doors. But that's just a theory. I guess we'll find out, won't we? One way or another, we will find out. Oops. I don't even need this. It'll give me like 3 coins. 4. Yeah, same kind of premise. Like, it doesn't give me a lot of coins. Not really much of a point to it. Oh my. I don't think anybody has an idea for a new Mario 3D game. Says Yoshi Daffy Duck. I mean, I'm sure that Nintendo will come up with something. Like, who among us could have imagined Yoshi? Who among us could have imagined what kind of a game Super Mario Odyssey would have been? Like, even when they first announced it, they didn't show us the whole mechanic of, you know, capturing enemies and playing as them in different playstyles and all that sort of thing. Like, none of us even knew until, like, the second trailer or whatever. And, like, that was huge. Like, I was already sold on the game before they had anything regarding the capture mechanic. And I feel like a lot of us were. Point being, I don't doubt that Nintendo will come up with something very creative for their new 3D Mario game. Like, when they do eventually get around to making one. I say eventually, but it's been nearly 7 years since the last one, Mario Odyssey. Although, if you count Bowser's Fury... If you count Bowser's Fury, then that was only, what, like 4 years ago? Relatively recent. I mean, the fact that I'm calling a 4-year-old game relatively recent. Oh, there it is. I finded it. That said, I don't have any ideas as to what the next 3D Mario game would be. Nah, I'll just let Nintendo come up with it, honestly. Like, if they wanted to make a full Mario game with the sort of world and level progression as Bowser's Fury had, I don't think I would hate that. Honestly, I think I would quite enjoy a Mario game like that. I really enjoyed Bowser's Fury, and I'll stream it at some point. Excuse me. Now let's drink some water. We're almost at the 3-hour mark now. We're almost at the 3-hour mark. And I've not made as much progress as I would have hoped. Well, you know what? Yes, I have. I've cleared 3 worlds. Like, how much am I really expecting of myself here? Like, I'm 100% completing everything, including the souvenirs, as I go. Like, I shouldn't be holding myself to too high of a standard here. That's quite the undertaking. And I did anticipate that this would be a longer playthrough. So, you know what? I'm not gonna feel too bad about it. Oh, there's only one. Wait, what did he say? What's the hint? Entering the Shogun Castle from the flip side would be a good place to start. Great, thanks. That doesn't help at all. Yeah, there's nothing in there. Blip, blip, blip. Wow, good job, me. Yeah, nothing in here. Nope. Gobble you up. Wait a minute. Did I screw up? Maybe I did. It's possible. Yes, I did. I did indeed. The time limit was 3 minutes, right? You know, I have a feeling that one of the Poochie Pups is up there. So let's go back. Yeah, 3 minutes. Nope, just wasted my time. We're gonna retry it, and we're gonna retry. Because I feel like I'm not going fast enough. So let's try again. There are some of these that the time limits are pretty stingy. How did Wario turn into a ghost? Hang on. There we go, nice. How did Wario turn into a ghost in the Luigi's Mansion game? Won't be explained to keep it creepy. Kind of like the whole Bowser situation where King Boo pops out of Bowser. Like, we don't know if it's a Bowser costume or if Bowser's actually dead. Like that sort of thing. That would be creepy. Arf, arf. There we go. I feel like we're making a lot better time this time. There we go. I'm feeling more confident this time. This time, I'm coming like a hurricane. This time, I came to fight for the love of the game. Unstoppable. That's why I'm undefeated. Off the leash, out of the cage. An animal. That's right. I'm undefeated. Oh, there is a Poochie Pup somewhere around here. And not up here. He's back here somewhere. Oh, I see him. I see him. Oh, hey. Mr. Poochie Pup, can you please? Oy vey. This is gonna be annoying, isn't it? Okay, didn't know I could kill those guys. Learn something new every day, I guess. There's that banner. But I want to keep playing. Because I need to find the pink Poochie. Pink Poochie. Oh no. Oh no. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go faster, 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 faster. Up there somewhere? Come on. Yes! Yes! So much winning! Hooray! I think we've done it. This has definitely been the hardest Poochie chasing mission ever. Well, maybe not ever, but the hardest Poochie chasing mission so far in this game. Yoshi Daffy Duck says, I would only introduce Wario and Yoshi to the Luigi's Mansion series. Donkey Kong would be overkill. Yeah, I can understand that. I'd argue even Yoshi would be overkill.